Hello everybody, Mark here over at 100% Pure Elvis. Thank you for taking the time out to return to my channel today. And if you are new to the 100% Pure Elvis channel, welcome aboard and thank you for joining the 100% Pure Elvis family. And what I wanted to talk to you all about today is the single Way Down. This was issued on June 6th, 1977. So exactly on this date in 1977. This was Elvis Presley's last released single during his lifetime. And for me, what I'm going to do on this upload is talk you through the UK chart position and chart run of its original release in 1977. Then I will talk you through the peak positions on the American charts, and then I will talk you through the reissue of this great song in 2005 in the UK charts. The copy that I have here, I've got this out of my Elvis number ones CD singles box set. I don't have this on 7-inch vinyl, unfortunately, so I had to get it out of the box set. And as you can see, I'll just great image of Elvis there used on the front cover. I would go as far as to say that image is possibly 73. I would go as far as 74 maybe. And the flip side was the beautiful Pledging My Love. And as you are all aware, the CD singles were limited edition runs. So again, this is the CD single from 2005. But let's go back to its original release on June 6th, 1977. Now, for me, believe it or not, Way Down was struggling in the UK charts before Elvis's sad passing, and I will talk you through the chart run. So in the UK Top 100 Singles chart, it entered the chart at number 46, which is quite low for an Elvis single at that time. The following week, it only went up 4 places to number 42, and then it jumped 38 places to number 4 on the UK singles chart after Elvis's sad passing. And then the following week, it took over the number 1 chart position for 5 whole weeks. And then it dropped to number 2, number 6, number 10, number 19, and number 30. And in its original run in the UK singles chart in 1977, it stayed in the top 100 singles chart for 13 weeks. Now let's cross the Atlantic to the United States of America. Again, Way Down was struggling in the Billboard Top 100 charts when it was released on June 6, 1977. And again, unfortunately, I don't have the chart run of the Billboard Top 100 chart for the chart run of Way Down. So I'm just going to talk you through the peak positions that this song reached in the American charts. So on the Billboard Top 100 charts, Way Down reached a peak chart position of number 18. And again, for me, people might think, why didn't it reach any higher on the Billboard Top 100 charts? Now, at that time, believe it or not, Elvis Singles was not performing that well on the Billboard Top 100 charts. So for me, I think a chart position of number 18 is a really strong chart position for an Elvis Presley single of that time. Before Elvis's sad passing in August, the single just was not performing on the Billboard Top 100. On the adult contemporary chart in the United States of America, it peaked at number 14, so a better chart position than the Billboard Top 100. And the hot country charts, it reached the peak of number 1. So again, going back to the United States of America, obviously they have more charts at that time than what the United Kingdom did. So again, the song performed really well for Elvis in the United States of America as well. Again, obviously, I would have loved this song to have reached the Billboard top 10, maybe. But again, another top 20 Billboard top 100 hit for me is outstanding for Elvis at that time. And obviously, if Elvis would have been alive, I don't know how this song would have performed, because as I said earlier, the song was struggling in the Billboard top 100 charts at that time. And unfortunately, Elvis's passing is what pushed the song further up the charts. And exactly the same goes for the United Kingdom charts. The song just wasn't performing that well. And let me just get this back up here. So why do you think Way Down was a single that wasn't performing that well for Elvis before his sad passing? So again, in the United Kingdom, the previous single that Elvis released was Moody Blue, which reached a chart peak of number 6. And then Way Down being released and only entering at number 46. That was really low for an Elvis single at that time on the UK singles chart. Is it because the single, I love the single Way Down. I think it's a great rocker. And again, didn't it just touch people's imagination? Didn't it touch the music buy in public? Again, I really don't know the reasons behind it. And if anyone has any ideas as to the reasons why this song wasn't performing before Elvis's sad passing, please leave in the comments below, and I look forward to reading your comments. And the B-side, Pledging My Love, what a beautiful song as well on this single release from 1977, June 6th. Now, I just want to quickly go through the reissue. So this CD single, and it came on vinyl as well, was reissued in April of 2005 as part of the number ones box set. And on its reissue chart run, it reached a peak of number 2 on the UK top 100 singles chart, and the chart run was number 2. Then it had a massive drop to number 30, another massive drop to 56, and finally 73. So it only stayed on the chart for 4 weeks on its reissue in 2005. Simple reason behind that is because it was a limited edition run of this CD single with the vinyl as well. So again, once they sold, they weren't reprinted. So again, I just wanted to share my thoughts on Elvis Presley's number 1 single from 1977 in the UK charts, and reached a peak of number 18 on the Billboard Top 100, number 14 on the Adult Contemporary charts, and number 1 on the Hot Country charts, and on its reissue, a peak of number 2 in 2005. Again, where do I put Way Down as part of my favourites of Elvis Presley's number ones? It's not my favourite. Probably middle, I would say. Again, it's a number 1 single that I do love listening to. But I think Elvis has had better number 1 singles during his lifetime. And as you are all aware, Way Down was Elvis Presley's last number 1 single before A Little Less Conversation was remixed by JXL and reached number 1 in the United Kingdom top 100. So, and to this day, in the United Kingdom, Elvis Presley has the most UK number 1 singles to date. I know in America he has been overtaken, but again, I just think that just goes to show how important Elvis Presley is still to this day to the music buying public and to the avid fans like ourselves. Whenever like a single comes out and it's a reissue, it will always enter the top 40. I remember going out to purchase the 12th of Never. When that song was found and issued as a single, it reached the UK top 30. And again, you know, it was very, very rarely played on the UK radio stations. So again, for a CD single or vinyl to be released at that time, I was so happy that it reached the UK top 30 charts. But I remember when I heard the remixed version of A Little Less Conversation on the Nike TV advert, I remember thinking to myself, that has to be released as a remix single. And I thought to myself, I thought it would get to number one. I just knew the Elvis buying public would get behind it. Now, I've had many subscribers get back to me and talk about they just love the original Elvis Presley songs. I totally understand that. I'm normally not a fan of remixed singles, but at times I think, again, they're needed because it gets Elvis back into the music buying public's minds. And I think I also loved the remixed version of Rubbernecking. Don't get me wrong. I do A Little Less Conversation, the original from Live a Little, Love a Little, fantastic. The remixed version that got to number one, again, absolutely, I love it. Very different. And Rubbernecking, I love both. And you see some videos on YouTube of remixed singles from Elvis that haven't been issued as singles. And there's one, Marie's the Name, his latest flame, that's been remixed. And I really enjoy it. And there's another one, Return to Sender, that's been a remixed. I quite enjoy, but there is some stinkers out there that have been remixed that I just wouldn't go nowhere near. So again, before I sign out from this upload, on this day in 1977, June 6th of 1977, Elvis Presley released his last single during his lifetime, Way Down, and reached a peak of number 1 in the UK charts and number 18 in the top 100 Billboard charts. Please share your thoughts on this number 1 single in the UK and the top 20 in the Billboard Top 100. As always, please keep Elvis close to your heart. Please keep on playing his music. That's most important to me. And love to you all. Speak soon, everybody. Bye-bye.